part 2 of installing the windshield here. So yeah, take your time, don't rush it. This is not something simple to do, even though they say it's simple on LMC and others that have done it. I just got to clean it up. It's pretty filthy with all of the sealer that I used to put on here. I'm gonna go back, clean all that up, and then I'm gonna inject in here so the water doesn't get in, and then just keep trying to adjust it little by little. But other than that, that's all in. I still got to do the trim, so before I do that, I'm probably gonna go ahead and inject it. I just could not for the life of me put the trim on and do this at the same time, so I'll do that at maybe step 3 for the video. But this, what I did is there's 2 ways. You can either start from the top and pull the rope, or you can go from the bottom and pull the rope. And so one of these guys said it was easier to have a handle over there, handle over here, and 2 people kind of push it in from the bottom to these corners there, because I did it the opposite way the last time. I did it from the bottom and then try to go in, but he said that's more difficult. So I did it, put it up, and then put this in and started the rope down here instead on both sides. So I did the rope evenly all the way through. And for me, I actually used my family. I used my twin girls and my wife to help me push, because this was super tight. This is not a level 1 or level 2. This is more of a level 4 complexity to try to put in this type of windshield in an old truck like this. Yeah, not for the faint of heart, or for those that don't know how to do this. I would highly recommend you either get somebody or pay somebody to do this, because it's going to frustrate you. So for those that have done this in the past, you know what it's like. It's not as simple unless you're doing it all the time. You know, I'm not ever going to replace this windshield. The next one will be the back windshield here. I have the gasket, I have everything for this. That'll be next month. I'm not even going to mess with it this month is over practically, but let's say end of July. Or maybe I might find some time and go ahead and do it. But this one seems to be a lot easier than that over there. Now I got to break this or put it in the dumpster here when they kind of pick it up. But other than that, it doesn't look too bad. Now I got to put the new dash pad that I got. Just haven't had time because I got this Tiguan Turbo I'm working on over here that I got to get done soon. So that's about it. If you guys have any questions, anything comes up with trying to get that in there. The thing is what they do sell you for the gaskets, the outside windshield gasket and the windshield, it's spot on. So don't think that, oh, you got the wrong size or they sent you the wrong size. You'll know if it's the wrong size. So what I can tell you is you'll spend about 30 minutes to an hour just trying to put the outside gasket on the glass on a table. My recommendation is to put the glass, the way you see it here, upside down like this, on foam in the middle. And the reason is this way you can rotate it. Because if you put this on a table, your gasket's always gonna fall off. So you need to have it centered foam. This way you can twirl it around, adjust it, move it. And here's a tip that might help you in the future. So what I did, and you know the glass holders, right? They suction into here. So what I did is when I was off on that side, I used my suction holder, suctioned it in, and used my rubber mallet to tap it and have it move ever so slightly over. And I used it in the middle so I can lift and move the glass up. And then I did it over there in that corner, and then in the inside, having someone adjust the gasket, right, as you're going. And then what I did is I left this in the sun today, earlier this morning. It allowed for it to flex, it allowed for it to get soft. So then what I did is I got inside, I put the truck, now that it was soft, obviously I put it in the garage, and I was able to get inside, use the suction cup, pull it inside, and then use my inside because it had kind of come off. It didn't sit well with the rubber pull. So I went ahead and did that and used that suction cup at the same time. And I used these tools that you can get from O'Reilly's, which I highly recommend. Oh my gosh, these things were a lifesaver. You gotta get these. I didn't use this guy, but maybe I could have. It's got a pull handle. These two right here are the only two that will work on the inside of the cap. But these two right here is what I used for the outside of the cap. You can get those at O'Reilly's. And I don't know that I could have done the job without those, honestly. And this is what I used for the rope. I used this rope, and this rope worked amazing. So it's a 5/16. I don't need 50 feet, right? But that's all I could find. So if you can find a 5/16 type rope, it has to be this type of braided. Don't get the one that's loose braided. Get this kind that's this thick. So if you, not that I promote this ever build, I got this at Home Depot. Get this at Home Depot. It's you'll use it again for something else. I'm gonna obviously use it for the back window. And then this Impala, which I'll put a new windshield here in about, I don't know, 3-5 years from now. So I'm gonna put a new windshield on that one. But yeah, so those are a couple tricks and tips to keep you not getting frustrated and keep your project going. As you can see, I still got to do the rear and the front coils and shorten it and lower it. So that's where I'm at right now. Let's see. Other than that, I can't give you any more tips and tricks. I did add the grommet thingy for the rearview mirror. I'm not gonna put the rearview mirror in until tomorrow, but I used this, here, I can find it for you. I already threw it away. It's I think it's by Pyrex. You can find it. It's for, yeah, somewhere. But anyways, you can find it at the stores. You can use it. It's for rear defogger, all kinds of stuff. It's kind of universal almost. So just use it quick, because that stuff that gets attached onto the window, well, once you put it in, that's it. It's done. You cannot move it. So make sure you measure and make sure that you go ahead and put it in right. So I took my measurements off my old one here. So I measured to the center of the little, where the screw's gonna go in, from the top to there, and then from that end to here. It's not exact because obviously the window's gonna curve into the gasket and inside, but it's relatively close. This way, when I do put my mirror on, I'm relatively close. It's not gonna be perfect, but it's gonna be close. All right, everybody, let me know if you have any questions. Feel free to ask. Thank you, have a good one.